Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. I wanted to pop in and see how everyone is doing. It's been a while since we chatted. It's been a while since many of you have popped online for a talk. Forgive me if I cough a bit. It is peak allergy season where I live, okay? So imagine snow, but it's cottonwood fluff. That is what it's like at my house. And we're also in the middle of a heat wave. I mean, a heat wave for Canada, but a heat wave is still a heat wave. You know what I'm saying? So today, for Thoughtful Thursday, I have been in a space of reflection this past week. Today is my graduation day for my program with my coach and mentor. We've been together with a bunch of other people in the group coaching session, the Co-Creatrix Method with Casey, for 4 whole months now. And it's helped me create this group. It's helped me nail down what I want to do with my life to create and connect and help and restore and just bring my own special, unique stuff to the world. And it's had me reflecting too on the past full year and how even though I'm so much more me, I am a completely different person than I was 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago. I want to share this with you because before I got to this point where I'm a new version of myself and the version of myself I always hoped to be, I was that person all along. I was always in there. It's not like old me left and new me is here. I'm still me, you know? But I thought other people got to have that it wasn't for me, that I didn't get to have the things that I wanted for so many different reasons. And you might be in the position where I was 12 months ago. I didn't want to exist. I had a hard time getting out of bed. I had no ambition to do anything ever. And I hated myself for it. So I hated myself. So I didn't do anything, which made me hate myself more. And it was like this full on shame spiral. I couldn't see all the people that loved and cared for me. I couldn't see what I was good at. I couldn't recognize my own potential. And I felt like a victim of the world and everything was stacked against me, but I wasn't doing anything to change that at all. I was complaining a lot. I was blaming a lot. I wore my traumas and my past like an identity badge instead of just the journey I had taken. You know, all the tools that you need for success are available to you when you need them. I didn't like hearing that. I didn't like hearing that at all. Does that mean that the odds aren't stacked against some of us? No, I'd be like totally speaking from white privileged society of doom if I didn't recognize that there are barriers, okay? So I'm of Indigenous heritage. I am non-binary. I grew up poor. I was assigned female at birth. I have certain levels of stuff to overcome that, say, like a rich white dude doesn't, okay? But that doesn't mean that I don't get success. That doesn't mean that I don't get healing. That doesn't mean that there isn't an opportunity for me. It's up to me because nobody else is gonna fucking do it to create the life that I want. Having a lack of privilege doesn't mean that you don't get to have a good life. That's what The society that is broken wants us to believe. It wants us to be trapped. It wants us to be oppressed because they're on this competition thing where they look at life as a pie and everybody only gets so much of it. But life isn't like that. Life is infinite and abundant. It's continually renewing. Look at the moon. Look at the seasons. Look at the water cycle. Okay? Life is continually renewing in love. There's continual death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. And that pattern has been broken in our lives. I'm so grateful that I have rediscovered that magic and how it applies to my life. I'm 125 pounds lighter physically and like 2 tons lighter spiritually and emotionally. I laugh every day. I have fun every day, even on the days with the last 2 weeks where I was bawling my eyes out and I was peak stressed and I wasn't sleeping. And I'm still catching up financially because unexpected expenses happen. And I hate the word but. You know what I mean. I'm still here and I'm still happy and I still have joy because I learned the secret to joy isn't having everything I've ever wanted that I think I deserve, because that focuses on lack. Then I'm focused on what I don't have. Joy is a choice I make every moment. You can have more than one emotion, more than one feeling at a time, and have them both be true. You can be grateful and angry. It can happen. You can have grief and be celebrating. It happened to me this week. The day that I got engaged was the same day something horrific was brought to light. Well, confirmation in my country and in my community. And it was a really weird day full of a lot of emotions. This whole week, this whole month, like it's Pride Month and I can't even celebrate with people because of COVID, but I'm still happy. You know, I'm planning my wedding and I can only invite 6 guests above the like people who need to be there legally. And it's like, I could be really mad. I could be really angry, but I'm choosing to celebrate and to not wait to have the life that I want simply because circumstances are not how I would have planned them. So if any of this is resonating with you, I want to invite you to look at where your mind goes. What are the thoughts you say to yourself? What are the tapes you're playing in your head? Whose voice is it that is dictating your decisions, your emotions, your reactions, your definition of who you are? Start questioning those thought patterns, okay? If you need help, I've got some exciting things coming. I'll be launching them after my wedding. We're going to be doing a 30-day challenge starting the last week in July. And it's going to be right around this whole theme. So between now and then, I'll be teaching little bits on it. I'll be showing up here regularly. I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got. But this is the number one thing that comes up in my one-on-one containers and in my tarot readings for people, is that they don't believe their value. They don't own their worth. They don't know who the fuck they are and why they're here. All they see is what has been done to them or what hasn't been done to them. And they take that as a statement of their worth, and it's bogus and it's garbage. And they buy into this lie that people treated me this way, therefore I must be trash. And that is so sad. I lived there for so long. And it still pokes its head up sometimes, and I tell it to go away because that is not my truth and we don't live there anymore. I just got to take that trash out. So I want to invite you to invest in yourself. And what does that mean for you? Okay. I do have one-on-one session available for tomorrow and 2 tarot readings. So if you need immediate guidance, that's great. Let me know. If you'd like to book into the future, you can do that through my website, www.cherylfollandguidance.ca. I would be happy and excited if you would apply and we could have a conversation about what your next best step is, okay? I absolutely love you and I'm absolutely rooting for you and I'm just a message away. We miss 100% of the shots we don't take. So if you are ready for your level up year, like the year that I just had, that is coming to a close in a couple of weeks, if you are ready to experience the transformation that I have had, that I have done, that countless other people have had and have done, and you want somebody who is like no nonsense, honest, somewhere in between cheeky and compassionate, I'm your human being and you need to get on board because this is going to fill up fast. My schedule for May and June was full in April. So I'm opening enrollment for July and August next week, okay? This is going to go really, really quick because people need help and there's only so many people doing the work that I do. But I want to invite you first, this group first. I'm not telling anyone on Instagram until enrollment is open that it's happening, but you can get a jump start by going to my website, choosing on the offer that resonates with you the most, where you're at financially and where you're at relationally, emotionally, energetically. Maybe you've only got a 1 single session in you. Maybe you want the 6 weeks. Maybe you want the 3 months. Maybe you're ready for the long haul and you would like someone to walk with you once a week for the next 6 months, okay? Whatever it is, apply to that and let's get started because you miss 100% of the opportunities that you don't take. Lean into fear. I did it and I have absolutely no regrets. Bye for now.